What's going on, YouTube? Trucking in life here one more time, guys. Guys and gals and girls and girls. Yeah. Anyway, guys, today's video is a little different than what I usually shot. Well, actually ain't no difference in this video. But if you want to get the trucking, just know this. I had got a comment referring to me like, oh, you don't like trucking. If you've been in trucking so long, why don't you get out? Why you still in it? You know, because you could keep complaining about trucking. Look, I'm gonna say this: the purpose of these video, guys, is not to complain about trucking. It ain't about trying to like talking about, oh, woe is me. It ain't that type of deal. When I do trucking videos about this stuff, you know, anybody who followed me for a while, you guys know my video had rail yard information in it, and it had trucking information in it. And it had owner-operator information in it. It had like one of them three in there. And I'm not trying to come on here complaining about nothing, guys. Sometimes I get a little frustrated and vent a little bit. Yeah, I do, but I'm not complaining. What I'm trying to do is teach guys how to get up out these jams. And one thing I'm gonna say, if you become a truck driver, I harp on this so much, guys. You gotta have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're gonna find yourself running in circles and loops. I did a video pertaining to about dead end stagnant. I think I called it stagnant in trucking, and I was talking about like having a career in trucking versus having a dead end job. I'm gonna say this: you can't please everybody. That's all I can say. I talk to guys a lot that's getting into the trucking industry. They tend to get into the game, and they don't understand like this type of stuff that people that's been in this business a while understands. This ain't got to do with the owner-operator. This ain't got to do with the company driver. Because this is like, it transitions between both. You can be a company driver stuck in a dead-end job, or you can be an owner-operator stuck in a dead-end job. You can be sold to a carrier. If you really think about it, I would say 90% of companies that owner-operators lease on to, from my experience, is dead-end jobs. And yes, you know what? I'm going to touch on this real quick, guys, and I'm going to get to the point of the video. Owner-operators, when you become an owner-operator, let's say you're a company driver, right? You say, I want to get my own truck, I want to become my own boss, right? When you become an owner-operator, you are creating a job for yourself. That's all you're doing, so you are considered self-employed. Now, being a boss, per se, like a boss, like I run stuff, I work when I want to, yeah, you got the options, but unless you structure your company right and you build it right, if you don't work, you don't eat. So if you don't work and you don't eat, if you don't work enough, you'll be back in the same situation you was in if you was working for somebody else. Kind of struggling trying to make it because you got a business, you got more overhead now. So for those who want to become owner operator, just know that. And I try to explain it in a lot of these videos, but anyway, I digress. So if you want to become a truck driver, guys, just know this business could be real volatile. When I say volatile, I mean it could be real up and down. The part that get a lot of truckers, that get a lot of guys, and I fell victim to this myself, trucking is not always even Steven. For the most part. And then when you want to get out of trucking, like I'm tired of this, I can't take it no more, the market turn around, or your company pick up work, or they get new accounts and work get up like this, you like, oh wow, it's too good, I want to leave, it's so good now, I want to leave. And then you stay a little bit longer, whether it's like a year, 6 months or whatever. And then the market get bad again, man, I can't take this, man, ain't no good companies out here, man, I'm out of here. Then the market turn around again, oh man, it's good now, I want to leave. That's what volatility is. It's like up, high highs, and low lows. I tell anybody, if you want to be in trucking more than 5 to 10 years, and you up in age, I always say you like in your 50s, or something like that, you want to be in the game about 5 to 10 years, you don't have a lot of time to mess around and start jumping around company to company, you know what I'm saying? I will pick if your license ain't messed up, if your record ain't jacked up, I will pick a company like one of the big companies, like one of the ones I listed in the other video. I prefer LTL company because they have more growth, because I have more experience with them. I worked with an overall company before too. That was a big company, but I know there's growth in LTL companies. I know that. If you want to get off the truck eventually and go into the office or something, you could. And it's room to grow. But if you're in your 50s, you still jumping around from owner operator to owner operator. Like, I mean, like you hop from like one guy who owned like 5 trucks. You drive one of the 5 trucks. And he leased on to somebody, or he going off the load board or whatever, and you keep doing that, that's a dead end job. If you plus 50 plus, If you do that, have a plan, at least 5 years, save as much money as you could and invest in other things so that you create your own retirement, you create your own savings, your savings plan or your safety net. If you're above 40, I would say you don't have a lot of time to play with either. I'm not gonna say you do. You're around 20, 30, you got a little time to play with, but just because you got a little time to play with, I wouldn't play with it. I would get in, figure out what you wanna do your time and whatever you gotta do, get your dough and execute. So if you wanna become a truck driver, it makes sense for somebody to be a truck driver for the long term if you got a plan. You coming in and just kind of winging it on a day-to-day basis, year to year, month to month, you're gonna reach burnout, man, because this business right here is so up and down. It's all over the place. It's all over the place, man. Like, especially if you don't have a career. And if you do have a career, that comes with its own pros and cons too. You can be with a company, they be on some BS and fire you for nonsense that you probably don't need to be fired for. They probably need to downsize, and they don't have a reason to really downsize you per se. So they find a way to can you, or they get real petty with like the little, oh, you ain't chucked this tire on the thing, so we give you points, whatever. I understand that. I understand all that. But you got to deal with all this stuff when you deal with trucking. So if you do get into trucking, I would say anybody that get into trucking, you have to understand what you want to get out of this business. Because you don't, 1 year go past, 2 years go past, you could be in the same position. And that's what I try to convey the message on these videos. If you do this type of business, just know you're going to have a plan. If you don't have a concrete plan, or at least a somewhat of a plan, you're going to find yourself starting over, hitting the reset button up in your 50s, 60s, 70s. I know some guys, I know guys right now that just gave up driving and they almost 80. Now, I don't know what they did with their money. I ain't get their business like that, but I'm just saying, like, I started this business real early 20s, guys. I'm in my 40s now, right? Over 20 years in this game. I didn't come up with a plan until like about 15 years in. I got a plan now. Now it takes time for that plan to come to fruition. But if I would have knew the stuff I'm saying on these videos back then, it wouldn't have took me this long to execute my plan. I wouldn't have went through a lot of heartache and pain, a lot of ups and downs in this business. I wouldn't have had to really deal with it to the magnitude I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, all I'm saying in these videos right here, if you guys really listening, for those who out there who've been driving a while, you guys already know. When you know, you know. There's some things I say in these videos that if you've been driving or you're familiar with trucking, you know what I'm talking about, what I mean, I have to really say what I'm talking about. But some people who don't, hey, you can probably try to figure it out. You know, you can try to figure out what I'm saying, but watch my videos enough, you kind of piece it together, see what I'm talking about. And some things you really can't say on here because, you know, your words is being monitored. I just say that. So I try to say what I can say as much as I could. But if you guys really listen to my videos I'm putting out, man, really, I'm really showing you guys how to. I'm gonna try to say it a different way by saying get up out of jams. I'm gonna say, I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to convey the message of, you get into trucking, this is what you should expect. Now, it ain't all doom and gloom, because if it's all doom and gloom, nobody would drive a truck. You know, I'm gonna say this, guys. They might try to. You two might try to say something about this. Being in trucking, being in trucking is like being in an abusive relationship. I don't know if anybody ever been in a mentally abusive relationship. It's like when you finally had enough of it, you're like, you know what, I'm out of here. Then all of a sudden they try treating you good and stuff like that, right? And you're like, you know what, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. You know, I can do this a little longer. Then the little honeymoon phase passes away. Now you back to regular status quo. The abuse start again. You know what I'm saying? I hate to use that analogy, but that's how trucking could be. If you're not careful in trucking, that's how it could be. Guys, I'm telling you, man, like I say, with this business right here, you gotta know what you want to get out of it, where you want to go, and I'll put a time on how long you want to do it. I'm gonna say this on this video, guys, and I'm gonna get out of here. I found this out. It was a company I worked for, right? And the company I worked for, the guy is a driver that's been there for like, I don't know, he was there, when I was there, he was there about a good 15, 20 years. No, he was there about 15 years. 15 years. And he was like, he felt like he was at the end of the road. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I want to get out of here, but ain't nothing I can do. He was up in age. I think he was like around, I think he's up in his 60s, something like that. But he like, it don't make no sense for me to jump around. And he was with a company where they actually had a career, and he still felt like this. Like I say, the BS just happens with anything you do. Any trucking part of trucking you do, it happens. The BS starts. But anyway, you guys know when I seen this, that's when I realized I got to come up with a plan. This guy died at work on a customer dock. Died, like unalived. I used to talk to this guy like almost every day about how I'm trying to he's like, man, I gotta get out of there. I can't keep doing this, man. I don't know, I can't do nothing else, man, but I gotta ride this out till it's over with. And then we all got word that he died on a dock, a customer dock. I was like, nope. I was like, you know what? That right there, when I seen that was an eye opener for me. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Not saying nothing wrong with trucking. Not saying there's nothing wrong with guys riding this out to like the retirement. I'm not saying that. There's been plenty of guys who retired from trucking and they're actually doing pretty decent. But if your plan is to like, I don't want to get stuck in the truck. I did videos about guys feel like they're stuck in the truck because they trying to like make sure they're able to provide for their family, you know what I'm saying, and do different things in life, you know what I'm saying? Because when trucking is good, it's good. I say that all the time, but when it's bad, it's bad. I'm not one of these typical YouTubers about trucking. About you get out here, yeah, you can just make a living. Now I'm gonna put the real deal on the table and let the chips fall where they may. Now, if you want to say, hey, I had some people tell me, oh man, you know, I forgot what video it was on. I did a video where somebody was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying, if you prepare more, real truckers do this. I said, real truckers? I knew that guy, that person, I don't know if it was a guy or a woman. I know they didn't watch my channel. If you watch my channel, you already know I've been in the grit. I did videos of me fixing trailers and chassis on the side of the road. I did videos of me trying to fix the truck. Talking about shops and all that stuff and what I could do myself. So let us know the guy or that person hasn't been watching my channel. But that's neither here nor there. Why we got to have the mindset of you're not a real trucker if you don't do this? No, every trucker don't have to get greasy fixing on stuff. That don't make a real trucker. A real trucker to me is a person who actually carry themselves as a professional, first of all, and they have a plan and they stick to their plan executing. Nothing is more professional or a real truck driver to me than the person who actually executes on their plan. That's a real trucker, not somebody who ride down the road with a bunch of chicken lights on their truck. That look cool, that looks real good on the outside. Until you start seeing the other side of that, when it ain't so pretty with all lights on there, when your truck is breaking down on the side of the road, or you're in a company truck and it's so raggedy, you hoping DOT don't pull you over. You know, that's the side of trucking I think a lot of people need to see, not just the pretty trucks. That stuff look real good, but the reality of it is anybody starting off in trucking might not get into the XKWs right away. You might not get to the Peterbilts right away. You might not get to a Volvo right away. You might get to that freight shaker and you got to make it happen. Now, this generation got a little bit better because they got Cascadians, which is a little bit more, I would say, a little more firmer than the old Century Classes and the Columbias. And the Coronados, you know what I'm saying? You got them things now. But, and when you get the trucking, you might not fall into one of them type of trucks. And then you'll realize, you know what? The sooner I realize that this stuff could look cool and all, driving this truck, it can look cool sitting in the truck. Hey, shout out to the subscriber. I don't know if you're subscribing. I said I don't see no cat videos. You're a cat video for you. But anyway, I digress. It's look all cool sitting inside the truck talking, and they're talking to the camera, and you guys see like, wow, yeah, it's trucking. It's a difference when you're on the side of the road when it's negative 35 degrees outside because the truck broke down. It's easy to sit behind your camera on your couch in nice warm weather watching that, right? That's all I'm saying. This is the reality of trucking. So it ain't always pretty. It ain't always ugly, but it ain't always pretty. But anyway, that's it for this video, YouTube. I thought I'd shed a little light on why I do these videos so people can get clarity on why I'm doing them, man. Those who follow me for a while, I know you already know what it is, but some people, I got some new subscribers on the channel, and some of you guys don't go back and look at the old videos. So I'm doing a video like this to let you guys know what kind of channel this is. You know what I'm saying? I'm real rugged. I'm straightforward. I don't BS on this video, on this channel, guys. I'm not the ones gonna fluff things up. If things is bad, I'm telling you it's bad. If it's good, I'm telling you it's good. You know what I'm saying? And trucking this is one of the businesses where you gotta be You gotta have a plan. I can't say it enough. You gotta have a plan. If you don't, you gonna have problems. That's all I'm gonna say. You gonna have problems, man. It may not come. The problems may not come right now. They may not come tomorrow, but you better believe they'll come. I don't know if that even belong in this video. Anyway, that's it for the YouTube. That's it for this video, YouTube. So, alright, YouTube. Hope this video is helpful. Give you a little understanding of what's going on here. So you got this video. Peace.